Oh, hi there. See if you clicked on the video. Well, you're obviously here for one reason. That's to find out the top 10 best centers to use in Hockey Ultimate Team in NHL 15. And today we're going to show it to you. So without further ado, let's get to the top 10 countdown. So coming in at number 10 on our list is Claude Giroux. And I know what you're saying, Claude Giroux, he's one of the best players in the NHL. Why is he only number 10? Well, let's go over the facts. He has a 4.5 star defense category, which is something that is quite amazing, but only 85 in faceoffs. And we're not doing the best defensive players in the NHL for Hockey Ultimate Team today. We are doing the best faceoff men. And Claude Giroux is definitely very solid on the draw, but he's not our top. He's going to take the number 10 spot for that exact reason. If you want to get your hands on one, you'll be looking out to shell out about $100K, as the last sold price was $93K. Coming in at number 9 on our list is Matt Duchene, and another player that you probably would not expect to be on this list, but Duchene does have an 85 in faceoffs. Now, his defense category is 4 stars, not nearly as good as Giroux's by half a star, but in my personal opinion, on using both Duchene and Giroux, Duchene is the superior faceoff man. On top of that, Duchene is a lot quicker, and at 90 overall, it's pretty much, the same in Giroux. Giroux's a little better defensively, Duchene's better offensively, and for that reason, Duchene is going to round out our 9th spot on the top 10 list. If you want to get yourself a Matt Duchene, you'll be looking quite high, as around $203K was the last sold price. Coming in at number 8 on our list is the only Sidney Crosby. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. The most expensive player in HUT, the highest overall rated player in the game, and he's only number 8. That's true. Only an 85 in faceoffs. Well, Sidney Crosby pretty much has 5 stars in every other category except for physical. His faceoffs are a little bit lacking, and I have used the Crosby, and not really the greatest on the draws with some of these other players that are on the list. And so that is the exact reason why Sidney Crosby is only number 8 on our top 10 list. Though, if you do want to get your hands on a Sidney Crosby, you'll be shelling out pretty much $1 million coins, as the last sold price was $970K. Coming in at number 7 on our list is Boyd Gordon of the Edmonton Oilers. And I know what you're saying, how can a basic gold player beat out the best player in the game on this list? And I'm going to shell you right now. As you can see, he has an 88 in the faceoff category. That's 3 higher than Sidney Crosby. Even though he's only an 83 overall, we're ranking players strictly on their ability to win in the dot. And Boyd Gordon gets it done. He's a perfect player for your 4th line or 3rd line if you don't have too many pucks and you can't afford to run big name players, because his last sold price was only $300. So Boyd Gordon is number 7th, and that's why. 88 faceoffs is quite amazing when you can get a player for 300 bucks and that has 88 in the dot. Coming in at number 6 on our list is Chris Kelly of the Boston Bruins. And again, another player that you're wondering how is able to beat out the likes of Claude Giroux, Sidney Crosby, and Matt Duchene. And, well, Chris Kelly is in the top 6 in the entire game for faceoffs with a 90. That is right, he has a 90 in his faceoffs. Chris Kelly's last sold price was about 400 coins, so anybody can afford him, as he pretty much just goes for discard. But my God, can this guy win draws. He is a machine in the dot. And that is why Chris Kelly has taken over a number 6 spot on the top 10 best centermen in the league. Moving into the top 5 now, we have Rich Peverley of the Dallas Stars. Again, a very low rated player that a lot of players would just discard if they got in a pack. Has a 90 faceoff, as well as Chris Kelly. The only reason he's ranked higher than Chris Kelly is because his overall is ranked higher than Chris Kelly. Pretty much both play the same. Very good players to run on your 3rd or 4th line that get everything done and can be definitely very physical out there. The only benefit of Peverley over Kelly is he's a 2-way forward, not a grinder, and he plays a little bit better. You can pick up a Rich Peverley for about 600 coins off the market. And yeah, that's why he's going to take over our number 5 spot with a 90 faceoff. Coming in at number 4, we have Paul Gustad of the Nashville Predators. He has a 90 faceoffs at an 84 overall and goes for just about 400 coins. That's insane if you ask me. If anybody needs a depth centerman to pick up to play on their team, Paul Gustad would be a perfect player for that fit. He has an amazing physical category as well, so 4th line grind is screaming his name. That is why Paul Gustad takes over the number 4 spot on our countdown. We finally cracked the top 3, and to round out the bronze medal, Ryan Kessler of the Anaheim Ducks. He has a 90 face-off as well, but unlike the others, is a 90 overall. Has pretty much all of his categories completely stacked out, and will be a perfect first-line or second-line center for any team who can afford him. The only problem with Kessler is he's a little bit pricey, and he's up there at $35K. Ryan Kessler, though, is the number 3 spot on the top 10 centermen in the NHL. Coming in at number 2, we have the Canadian who plays in Boston. That has a 91 overall. He goes by the name of Patrice Bergeron, standing 6'2", 194 pounds. This monster has a 95 face-off rating. That's the highest in NHL 15. You can't get any better than that unless you boost a player. But there's a reason that he's number 2 and not number 1, and we'll get into that. But as you can see, Bergeron's stats, his offensive stats are amazing, his defensive stats are amazing, and if you have not had the chance to play with him, I highly recommend you save up your coins and afford him. The only problem is he, again, is also a little bit pricey up there at $73K last sold price. But he's the second best centerman you can use in Hockey Ultimate Team. And finally, coming into our number 1 spot and the best center you can run in Hockey Ultimate Team is Jonathan Toews. And we're going to go over why. He also has a 95 face-off rating, but he is a 93 overall. Using Jonathan Toews to Patrice Bergeron is like night and day. Toews can do everything on the ice, while I find Bergeron lacks in a lot of categories. Toews being one of the highest rated players in the game, I believe he's the 4th or 3rd, right below Crosby, tied with Stamkos and Ovechkin, is a player of his own. The only problem is Toews is very expensive. Coming in at $740K last sold price, only the elite are able to afford him. But, I mean, if you get lucky enough to pull him out of a pack, you run him on your first-line centerman, chances are you're not going to lose a draw. And that is why Jonathan Toews is going to round out and wrap up the top 10 countdown of top 10 centers you can use in NHL 15 HUT at the number 1 spot. So thank you for watching my top 10 countdown of the top 10 centers to use in NHL 15 HUT. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section if I missed something, if I messed something up. And let me know if you guys want to see more of these top 10 countdowns in the future. I want to thank you guys for watching. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.